the planet may very well be warming. I mean, we have these really high-tech instruments called thermometers, and we can measure the temperature. And we can take averages around the world, and we can tell whether or not sea levels are rising and that sort of thing. The difficulty comes with blaming a particular industry or a particular country for the global warming, and blaming carbon dioxide as well is not particularly well founded. You know, you teach science, and you understand that when you eat a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich, and you get that little piece of tomato on your lip, and you kind of wipe it with a napkin, there's a little seed right there, a little tomato seed. And you realize that little seed can be planted in soil and watered, and with sunlight can grow into a tomato vine. And then the tomato vine produces all these tomatoes from that little seed. Where do these tomatoes come from? I mean, what actually makes the tomato? Mostly carbon dioxide. So if you're really concerned about an overabundance of carbon dioxide, I read a really nice study from some folks, I want to say in Sweden. That may not be right, but they suggested anywhere between 500 billion and 1 trillion trees planted would take care of it. There you go. Did you hear my growl? Sorry. Yeah, if you're really concerned about global warming, plant some trees. I don't agree with the hand-wringing about, oh my goodness, if we don't act to put clamps on all of our fossil fuel industries within the next 20 years, we're going to be losing everything. No, that's poppycock. It's a complicated system. The planet may very well be getting warmer, but it may be getting warmer naturally because we go through warming. And the last ice age was only a serious ice age with a sheet of ice a mile thick in this part of the country was only 10,000 years ago. That's like that in geologic time. Things change. There's nothing magic about setting the year 1950 as the baseline. There's a lot of really bad science out there. So in terms of my attitude on global warming, there may actually be a warming going on, but people jumping to conclusions about what causes it or about what we need to do are almost always poorly thought out. It's a complicated system, and I'm convinced that if sea levels were to significantly rise in a very short period of time, over just a couple decades, that we could address it. I mean, we could plant more trees if the culprit really is carbon dioxide, because trees mature in 10, 20 years or less, depending on what kinds of trees. Poplars grow fast. The plankton in the ocean has a lot to do with it as well, because there's so much plankton in the ocean. It covers 70% of the planet. I teach math, physics, and earth and space science, and I was licensed to do that for 10 years in Kansas.